Right, so let's set the scene.
Must remember that one again.
So so what are we doing? So we just had a chat about what you'd like to get out of today, and so you're now on a trainee license, and you're going to have some customers coming to you, some learners that have maybe done about 30 hours and are near test standards, and you've never, I mean, you don't know what their ability is at all. So we're just going to do like a driving assessment. So you would want to assess this driver for about 15 minutes drive. And you'd want a route that will test them. So it's almost like a mini test route, an assessment route. Because we teach them, don't we? We assess them, and then the examiners test them. They're the final quality control, aren't they? They're like, right, they are or they're not. So, and then during your assessment, you think, oh, okay, there's some opportunities for training there. Then you'd go back and train them ready so that they are safe drivers for life and all that. So the route would need to be testing various things. So we'd expect there to be a variety of junctions, roundabouts, traffic lights, mini roundabouts, turning lefts, turning rights, going ahead, varying traffic conditions and speed limits. So you wouldn't want me just pointing around in a 30 limit, would you? So you need to see about that. And because you're new to the area, and we just had a chat about where would you go, so I've got a little assessment route that would be quite good.
Right, fantastic, yeah.
So because we're in roll, or we will be in roll, I'll just tell you where we're going. So I'll be like, traffic lights left, and then you would repeat that back to me as if you were telling me where to go, like you would a normal pupil. And rules on intervention. So you're doing an assessment. Can you intervene?
Yes, I thought so.
Yeah,
definitely.
Safety is always priority.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like an examiner would. The examiner would, if they were doing 35 in a 30 because they thought it was a 40, they'd say something, wouldn't they? So you can intervene verbally, you can intervene physically if there's danger.
Of course.
So so if there's actual danger and we're going to collide with something, I'm worrying you now, aren't I? But you don't know this driver. You never met you.
That's the worry, isn't it? That's the worry.
Your lovely car. You think, can you drive? I'm really good. All right.
Really?
Okay. So yes, you can intervene, but are you instructing me? Are you giving me a lesson?
I would say it's different to a lesson.
Yeah, you're assessing me.
So
if you start chipping in saying do this, do that, or you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, you need to check your mirrors now, you need to signal now, i.e. instructing me, then that's going to be undermining me. So you need to sort of see what I would be like on my own, but without it being unsafe. So you still have the powers to intervene, but you want to find out what would happen if they were to pass their test tomorrow. Would you think they'd be safe? Would you be happy for them to borrow your car for a test, and would you be happy to stake your reputation with an examiner? Because if that's bad, he's going to be thinking, oh right, okay, so what, you thought they were good, did you? Like you thought they were ready. Like they won't say that to you, but they think that. And because you have a duty of care for them, you don't want to send them with someone who's just nowhere near standards, potentially dangerous, because they're thinking, what? They are your people, aren't they? You've seen them drive. What made you think that they could come up here? So you might have to make a decision, because I might say, oh yeah, I've got my test booked next week. You might have to tell me, cancel it, postpone it, you ain't ready. And that's your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you do have a duty, instructor's code of conduct, that you will be honest with them, that you won't tell them, no, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Not in my car, no.
Yeah, no, just,
Not in my car.
Use your mum's.
You know. So so that's kind of, because if they squeak through that test by some miracle, then you're now sharing the road with that person.
They're a danger on the road, aren't they? Yeah.
And you think of a little kiddie riding home from school.
Yeah.
And they're not right.
No.
And they run them over and kill them. Then you're going to be thinking,
horrific, yeah.
Yeah, I knew they weren't ready.
Yeah.
So there's a very serious side to it.
Yeah.
So so that kind of sets the scene. So in a minute we're going to roll, and you need to assess me, and then we'll pull up, and then you can sort of give me some feedback on what you think we need to do. We can come out of roll at that point if you like.
Okay, no worries.
So we can play it by stages, but we just want to get this assessment drive. So happy with that?
Yep, definitely. Fantastic.
And so like this will be the reality quite soon, won't it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So I'm just let's say that, just to clarify the scene, that I've had 30 hours with another driving school, and this is the story that I've got my test booked in 2 weeks' time, and my driving instructor said he can't make it. He's let me down. He's dumped me at the last minute. I wonder why that was. Why has he done that? Is it because he's a bad instructor and unreliable and hasn't organised his diary, or is he told him, "You're not ready, mate. You need to cancel it"? So we don't know. You don't know this.
No.
But it could be that he's thinking, right, I need another instructor. I'll find someone else to take me then. This instructor said I'm no good. I'm not ready. I need another maybe another 10 hours and I'm like, no, I don't. And but you don't know, do you? So when we're enrolled and you ask me these questions, I ain't gonna necessarily tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. So you just think that I might be really good. And my instructor might have let me down, and I feel really he's really like, why would he do that to me? You don't know the truth, do you?
No.
But let my driving do the talking.
Right.
That's basically what we're saying. Let the driving do the talking. So so that kind of sets the scene. So and the reason I picked you is because you got the same car as my other instructor, so I'm familiar with the vehicle and where the controls are and all of that. I haven't done my cockpit drill, and
good to go. Yeah.
So let's get rid of that, and I'm giving you the route.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
You're repeating it back to me.
Sure.
Happy with that?
Yep. Good.
Let's do it.
Definitely.
Okay. Sorry, hiccups. All good. I'm ready. So you're ready whenever you are. I'm in roll.
Okay, Howard. So apparently your last instructor let you down then, or you've changed instructors anyway.
Yeah. No, I had my test, but then he kind of couldn't fit me in. He said he took on too many new pupils, and he couldn't fit me in anymore. So because it's in 2 months, I thought I better get sorted and get another instructor, because I haven't got a car to go for the testing. So.
No, sure. And presumably your previous instructor, was he turning up to all your appointments on time? So it wasn't that he was unreliable.
Yeah, no, he was good. He was good. I liked him. Right. He was a good instructor. Yeah.
And did you have a conversation about being ready for the test at all? Or?
Yeah, no, he did some mock tests with me, and he said I was ready.
What did he say to you? Did he? Okay.
He said, book it. He said, book your test. You're ready. And we did some a couple of mock tests. Okay. We were working on some of the issues with that, and so But he took on new people. Like, he can't fit me in, so I thought, well, I better get another instructors in.
You mentioned about some issues. What can you remember? what those issues were that you were working
like
on.
mirrors, checking my mirrors and that.
Like, oh, okay, yeah. Anything else significant you can remember?
Not really. No, I think everything else was more or less alright.
Okay.
Can't remember really.
Yeah. Well, today, as we've already discussed on the phone, we're going to be, I'm going to be working with you to do an assessment of your driving. And I'll just be watching you very closely. You've already mentioned that you were working on mirrors, so I'll be watching, for instance, to check that you're checking your mirrors at the right time, and just looking at your general driving, and then at the end of it I'll be able to give you some feedback, ultimately, so we know where we're up to, whether or not you're ready to go ahead for your test, or if you need a few extra lessons to absolutely get you on the game, get on point with your skills.
Yeah, I was hoping just to do this like a couple of hour lesson and do my test, just so I could get used to the car and that.
You understand though that if you're not ready for the test and you're going for it, obviously there's a financial implication, but also you don't want to be setting yourself up to fail, do you?
No.
You want to be going in to pass that test and to be a safe driver for life.
I need it for my job.
Sure.
They said I've got to be done by April, because then they're going to move me and I need to drive. So I can't. When my instructor said I couldn't afford to put my test back, I absolutely have to pass this test.
Yeah, of course. I think it's important, apart from passing the test, because that gives you your licence. It's not all about passing the test, it's being able to drive safely. Yeah. Ultimately.
Well, my boss don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Says
well,
you need to get driving,
regardless of what your boss thinks, you're the person that will be in charge of the vehicle, so you really do need to drive safely.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think I'm all right. You know, he said it. I'm good. So I mean, just.
Well, I've got a route planned, and we'll drive around the route. I'll give you directions when we need to, so you're clear on where you're going. And I will just mention, from a risk management point of view, if I need to intervene, first of all it'll be verbally. So for instance, come off the gas a little bit more brake.
All right, yeah.
That sort of verbal intervention. If I need to physically intervene, it'll either be to help you with the pedals, or maybe just to make sure you're in the right.
My other instructor had pedals. Yeah.
So if you're maybe just veering out your lane, I might just reach over and just correct the steering.
All right,
a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Things like that. So because ultimately we've both got the responsibility to make sure the vehicle's safe, we're safe, and all other road users are safe.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right, so fantastic. If you're happy and ready to go, make sure you're all set up in the vehicle, and get yourself ready. I'm going to have a quick slurp of water. Excellent. And then we'll make a move. Amazing weather again. It's fantastic. Lovely. Lovely. Good. Okay then. That's good.
Mirror's alright. Oh, just adjust them a little bit. Alright, yeah. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm good.
Good stuff. Okay. Well, in the first instance, we'll make our way out of the car park, observing the relevant directional signs around the car park. And then I'll give you directions as we approach the exit of the car park.
So I'll roll our head towards the exit that way, okay?
Yeah, okay, sure, no worries, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, okay, yeah.
But you direct me.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Of course.
So, what way should I go?
Okay.
Where is the exit? I'm not sure.
There's a big arrow there giving us an idea of the direction of the car park. We'll just let this big BMW go. But yeah, so we have to go that way. We'll turn right at the top, go all the way down, and then turn right again to get out of the car park. Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah, okay. So fantastic. Just ease off the brake a little bit, don't we? Yeah, just a little bit with them. People just walking with their trolley there. Keep an eye on the road, that's good.
Yeah, I can see them.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry, yeah, maybe I didn't. said that a bit too early.
The examiner won't tell me things like that, will he?
No. Oh, sorry. The only time he will do is if he thinks you haven't seen them.
Yeah, I wasn't going to run him over.
No. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was me just. Okay.
Left at the end.
So at the end of this give way sign here, we'll turn left.
Oh, is that a give way, is it?
Yep, there's
It's not a stop then.
No, it's a give way.
Too much instruction.
Oh, okay.
Just out of roll.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing a test where you're telling me the answer. Oh, by the way, it's give way. Imagine if you said, "Oh,
yes.
come up to the stop sign." Okay. But, oh, cheers, mate. Yeah,
cheers for the stop. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah.
You're not teaching me. You're
No.
just assessing my drive.
Okay.
So you don't. I wasn't going to run them people over, so you don't need to like.
And at the end,
If I whizzed past them and it was unsafe, then
and scaring them,
absolutely, yeah. If I didn't, I was.
So here, I'll just say at the end of the road, turn left.
Yeah, just.
And it's up to you if you give
all
way
you
or
gotta
not.
do is give me directions
Yeah,
and
okay.
assess my drive.
Right.
If I do anything illegal, dangerous,
Yes.
you know, all the things we talk about, where you would, where it'd be necessary to intervene, then intervene.
Yes.
But otherwise, you shouldn't need to, because
Okay.
you're just assessing.
Yep.
Because if you're chipping in, I'll be like, oh, you know, I won't be. How will you know if I'd ever pass the test? Because you always help me.
All the time.
You always tell me what I got to do. I'm like, oh, nice one. Yeah, just I'll bring you on my test. You'll be able to help me, and you won't be allowed to say a thing. So, so yeah, I'm back in roll.
Okay.
You know, I just picked up a car behind. Oh yeah, so I'm in roll then. Second roundabout right.
Okay, the first at this roundabout coming up, we're going to turn right. Just remember to keep your distance back a little bit there. Too close to the car in front, that's okay, yeah. I think she might put her hands up a bit as well. Point out to us. I think that would be a necessary verbal intervention then. Yeah. Sorry, we're going right here, aren't we? I can tell you.
Oh, right.
That's my fault, yeah. It's my fault because I was focusing on that car. Okay. So what we'll do is, what should we do? What should we do out of roll? That was my fault.
I don't know. I'm in roll. I don't know. What would you do?
We'll go straight ahead. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Left,
and then we'll take the next left.
So I direct you back on route, okay?
Thank you, yeah, sure.
So we're heading towards Great
Yeah,
Yarmouth.
I'll just hit the curb. Yeah, brilliant, okay, good. It's quite busy in there as well. No helmet on.
Next roundabout ahead.
The next roundabout we're going to go straight ahead. Speed here, it's only a 40.
Then we want to turn left at the roundabout.
And we're turning left at this next roundabout. I said next roundabout, turn left, sorry.
Then we're ahead at the next roundabout, left at the seconds.
Okay, the next roundabout straight ahead. Just need to be over into that lane. Did you say left at the next? Sorry, just out of roll checking, thank you.
Yeah, left at the next one.
At the next roundabout we'll turn left.
Back on route, next roundabout right.
At the next roundabout we'll turn right, please.
Ahead of the next two roundabouts.
Okay. At the next roundabout we're going to go straight ahead. Let's test it with memory as well. Roundabout, we'll go straight ahead as well.
Okay. So the signal.
Steering wheel, that's good.
Next roundabout right. Then follow signs to ring road.
At the next roundabout, we're going to turn right, please. And then we'll follow the signs to the ring road.
traffic light is left.
Okay. The traffic lights, if you can turn left, please.
Roundabout right.
Just watch your speed, it's only at 30 down here. At the roundabout, if you can turn right, please. Thank you.
Next right.
You can take the next right, please. Lots of things to remember.
Next right.
And if you can take the next right, please.
At the end, left.
At the end of the road, turn left.
So, flash them through.
Yeah, good.
Come on.
Push me up that way. You just roll back a little bit at that junction. Yes, I'm a bit too close to this person in front, so just roll back just then. It's okay.
You get me to pull up in a safe place on the left.
Okay, and if you could pull up in a safe place on the left, please. Just out of roll. It doesn't seem right to me being just out of roll, being pulled up in the cycle lane.
Alright, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Lots to remember there, and I'll do my best to remember some of it.
So, the cycle, let's just address the cycle.
Yes, because we're there, yeah.
So, can I park here?
No, I'd say.
Let's look at road markings.
Yeah.
What road markings have we got on the cycle lane?
Broken white line, so we can cross it if we need to, if it's safe to do so.
Yeah, so we can legally park here.
I didn't realise, okay. I didn't realise that.
But it's, yeah, try telling the cyclist that.
Quite surprised, that would be my concern. As somebody that does get on my bike, admittedly in the countryside.
I mean, you'll see cars up there further up. Yeah, come here along in the evening. They all park up here.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying that makes it right. Cause
No. Sure. No.
So, and then so also there's something on the test, on the driving test. You know, it's we're near the test centre. They say pull up on the left in a safe place.
Yeah.
And often, you know, candidates often say, "Well, I can't." So, and they go pull up and say, "Okay." So, right, because it's broken, we're allowed. You know,
okay.
But you know, if I was a cyclist, I'd be like, "Man, why?"
You wouldn't be very happy, would you?
Here.
No.
So should we move?
I think so.
And,
yes.
and then because we're going to do a little debrief.
Yeah,
so
of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I'm just logging all the things to remember trying to remember as much as I can.
And well, actually, because we're moving, I'll go into roll.
Okay. Yeah.
Because then we'll find somewhere. We'll go out there. We'll take the next left, and then we'll pull up.
Fantastic.
Right, so I'll go back into roll. Like, so because you want to assess me pulling up in a safe place and moving off safely.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Great.
So right, so I'm back in roll.
Yep.
So if I pulled up, right, what I've got to do now?
Okay, if you could move off when it's safe to do so, please.
Warning signal.
Did you say they were taking? Sorry, out of roll. Next left.
Yeah, next left. Where that car is.
Fantastic. So yeah, if you take the next left, just where that car's poking out, please, truck, whatever it is. Then if you could pull up on the left in a safe place, please. Yeah, it's a nice quiet road, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay,
And that's
Howard.
the end of the assessment. We're in now.
Okay, Howard, thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks.
How did you feel it went? Were there any areas that you think perhaps all that didn't go quite so well?
Trying to think. Oh, you said I was following too closely.
Yeah.
So I think I need to keep an eye on that. I think that's what my other instructor said.
Yeah. I tried to, maybe out of roll just for a second. The only time I tried to keep my interventions to a minimum, but when I thought there was a legal or a safety issue, I had to say something.
Yeah.
And did I achieve that, would you say, generally?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm driving closely to another vehicle, there's risk.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, obviously on the video you went to see how close I got. I probably went down to, instead of 2 seconds, a second, didn't I?
Yeah.
Probably had half what I need. I wouldn't want to do less than that, because at the end of the day I've still got to be able to stop this thing.
Sure.
And and then I got the van. I wasn't there was at highest speed, so I wasn't down to seconds, probably a second and a half. But it was less than 2 seconds for sure.
Okay.
So how did you want to do this? Did you want to deliver the feedback in roll, or
I'd like
just
to have a go, I think. Yeah. Just it's a test of my memory, because for me there were several things there that I wasn't happy with. Of course, I wouldn't say that to the learner, because that's a bit of a negative start. But you should have to be honest. Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping by asking you first of all that you'd give me a little bit to work on, rather than me just tell you everything that was wrong. Give you a bit of responsibility first.
Did you want to use a market of DL25?
Yes, that'd be useful actually. Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, whether I'll remember everything, but that'd be good. Just because it would be good practice for me to start to get even more familiar with that form. That's good.
So I got it on my iPad. So are you allowed to use a handheld device whilst supervising a learner driver?
Only if the vehicle's stationary in a safe and convenient place.
And something else.
And the engine's off, perhaps?
That's it.
Yes, that's the thing. Right, okay. Yeah.
Engine's off?
Yeah.
Quite good. I'm going to clear this. So, and how many points would they give you if you were instructing, supervising a driver?
I should think it's the same as a mobile phone, which I think is 6 points. I think it's quite ugly, and a fine, and just all sorts of horrible
career,
stuff. Yes, indeed, it would be.
Career-ending mistake.
Yes, it would. Yeah, indeed. Now, I haven't bought my glasses. They're in the car.
Would a paper version help?
It would, yeah. Oh, I'm not sure. No, I can probably see it. Well, you can't enlarge it, can you? So,
Not on this one, and
No.
it's probably about the same size on print.
it's not too bad. Yeah,
Well,
that's okay.
let's okay. Well, or just speak from the heart.
Yeah, okay.
Just sort of what
Sure.
did you see? Because if
Yeah.
you're not familiar with that form, it'd just be like, and if you can't
Where
see
to
it too
start,
well without your reading
absolutely.
glasses, you'd be like a bit. That
Yeah.
won't really serve you any
No,
help at
yeah.
all, really. So
Okay.
so,
For me,
and is this in a roll or out roll,
I think maybe, yeah.
or did
Maybe.
you want to just talk like me and you out roll, like what was wrong with that
I
drive?
think so, yes. I guess it's knowing where to start, whether you prioritise in terms of the most serious and then work back. For me, there was so much to remember there that I know that I'm not going to remember it all. For a
So,
start.
well, shall we
Yeah.
go through on the fault? I know I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah,
I just
no worries, yeah.
verbally
Yeah.
say what I'm doing, and we can just take that drive through.
Sure, yeah.
Because, yeah, you think, well, what, I always think when giving feedback, you do want to focus on what was positive and what would make it even better.
Yes.
But it's a bit like if you went to a football match. If someone said, it was 90 minutes, and you're not going to tell someone, what happened to the football team? Oh, well,
Yeah.
how long you got? You ain't going to tell them
No.
all the minute details.
No.
Like, oh, that happened. You just say, well, basically, what the highlights were. Oh, it was 2-0. It's brilliant, and there was a red card. Late last minute penalty at the end.
Yeah, sure. No.
Like the headlines.
Yeah, of course, yeah. For me, I think one of the headlines were there was some significant issues with use of mirrors on more than one occasion. One of the worst
what
ones.
was that? What was the worst one?
One of the worst ones. Now I know out of roll in your peripheral vision when you were coming up to the giveaway sign. There's a road, isn't there? And there's a giveaway sign where you.
Near Sainsbury's?
Yes, there. Yeah, I knew out of roll that in your peripheral vision you could see what was going on the right.
So
there's no obvious mirror. There's no obvious look to the right.
Yes, that's not
And
mirror
that's-
fault. That's like a.
Oh, okay,
look,
right, okay.
So
That's an observation.
There you go.
Okay.
So let's take that
But
fault.
potentially, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. A serious fault. Yeah. That was a driving license. That was a driving test fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I knew that in your peripheral vision you were on it, so I wasn't worried from a safety point of view.
Yeah, what we've got is a nice open junction.
Yeah.
I've looked early. I've seen that the lights going ahead were green, so that they're going to be going. So the only person left is potentially someone telling right. But I've still looked. I've looked into that junction, and then as we've come up to, I've probably seen the video. I'm like,
Kept your head
like-
straight, but
like
your
that,
eyes were moving. Yeah,
action
no.
man. With
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm like,
right.
because I have to look. Obviously,
Yeah.
I can't just.
No, of course not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't look.
No.
Smack hit
Yeah.
a cyclist. So I've not.
Yeah. No. And
Really, I'm not
keeping
taking
with
effective observation.
keeping with effective observation and or mirrors, there were a couple of times. I think one of the most serious again was for me. It was serious when you turned in here across the cycle lane. For me, there was no obvious check on what was going on in that
just
cycle
here.
lane.
Here I did.
Oh, you did. Okay,
Some mirrors.
perhaps
But the
misread
traffic
that.
lights, when that cycle line was solid,
Right.
I didn't know. When we stopped
Okay,
at the lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now again, I've sat there thinking, right, what's behind?
Yeah.
Then I've moved. I had another look in the centre mirror. No
Yeah.
left mirror, gone.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah.
And I got away there quite briskly to allow if I had something in the blind spot. I've got up there to turn.
Yes.
I had another check in that middle one, but there was no left mirror serious faults there. Two serious faults.
Sure.
So, in terms of this DL25 junctions observation, serious.
Yeah.
But the same, just not looking to the right, and serious mirror fault before changing direction. So mirrors before direction, serious. So we're sticking with headlines.
Yeah. Sure.
Following distance, you already mentioned that,
Following
didn't
distance. Yeah.
you? So that's too close. To a point you wanted to intervene, so we're going to have to put serious.
Right. There was a couple of times I had to tell you about your speed, and it was only 1 or 2 miles an hour. But even then, I think, would that be classed as a serious?
Yeah, so
I just crept that slight little bit over.
Obviously, I'm not allowed to speed. I'm not exempt.
No.
Speeding. So yeah, I went a mile an hour over my speed limit, didn't I? In a 40, I got
42. I think you did.
Like what am I doing?
No.
I'm incriminating myself.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah.
So so I crept
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
very slightly, like by 1 mile
Half a
an
mile
hour.
an hour, whatever. Yeah.
And I put my digital display so you can see that. If I had the sat nav on, there is a variance.
Yes.
The sat nav speed was on, I'd be on it, because when I'm doing 43 on the car, it's 40 on the
Yes,
GPS sat nav.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You have to be careful now. So so an examiner would intervene.
Much like
when
I
it's
did.
10%. So
Oh right, so a little bit further then.
44, 45 and a 40,
Okay.
they'd be like, you need to slow down.
Right. Okay.
30, 33, 34,
Yeah, I see.
30. you need to
50
slow
would
down.
be 55, and then 60, 66 presumably. Yeah, I see
so
what
if
you
it
mean.
creeps over slightly, if I've got on a test 33, get me a minor. You're right on the edge.
I
If
see.
I keep doing it, I just rack up lots of minors.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But talk to the police. 33. People go to speed awareness courses doing 33 in a 30.
Yeah. Sure.
And they are. So there's a little tendency to creep over the speed limit. Yeah. What else?
I'm not sure how to explain it, but I felt as if a couple of times the speed control turning into a junction, your approach was too fast.
Some of them roundabouts early on.
Yes, perhaps. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it very well, but
I think I was all right. I was definitely driving confidently at that point. They were clear, they were open.
perhaps it was just making confident progress.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else? So I wouldn't put that as a fault.
No,
I was doing
okay.
fine. They were nice open roundabouts, clear. I was
think,
doing them in third gear. I didn't need to go any slower.
Yeah.
They were nice.
For me, there was overlap on your gear and vehicle control around corners sometimes.
Okay, so I was a bit sloppy with my gears.
Rather than on the approach, getting down to the speed, getting in the right gear, and then going around the corner with a stable vehicle, there's a bit of overlap with the braking and the gears mid-corner.
Were you talking about?
I'm trying to think exactly where that was.
Because it
might have been on the roundabout, yeah.
Probably shouldn't have done it. I was doing some rev matching.
Oh, okay, right.
So
Yeah, perhaps I didn't.
I was
notice
braking, declutching, blipping the revs up
Right.
to get a smooth gear change.
that. Okay, no, I'm not sure I noticed that.
I mean, how many learns?
Because I don't really know.
But you never know.
Yeah,
So no, I was taught to do that. Yeah, I do track days. Yeah.
right. Yeah. Were there any other serious that I've not mentioned?
Yeah. So the headlines.
Yeah.
You've got them. So
I have.
yeah,
Oh,
following
okay,
distance.
Yeah.
Not looking at that junction, and that mirror check.
Yeah.
Weren't good. So then it's like down to other things. So what other little things did you see there? What about my distance behind parked cars or stationary
Oh yes,
cars?
of course. Tyres and tarmac, definitely, very much so. I didn't feel as if it was serious or dangerous enough. The only time I think I mentioned is because you did have a habit of getting too close.
The
learner, where I think the instructor perhaps put their hand up for you to move back, and then you sort of, yeah, but
early on,
maybe, although perhaps she wasn't putting her hand up at that. But
I mean, we got not, as we just said, we got not within, but 2 seconds. They were doing about 20 miles an hour at that time, so it wasn't. You were right to intervene because also it's got the brand. This is learner car, and people don't expect to see a learner driving too closely. They're thinking, "Oh, what's the instructor doing?" So absolutely right to do that.
Yeah. And in terms of when you stop behind a vehicle, a few times prior to that lady rolling back at the junction, you'd stop too close. So I felt that I had to say something. When I saw her roll back, if you'd have then crept right close up to her...
So where would that fault go? Tyres and tarmac. Well, not leaving enough gap to get out. That's what the fault is. I didn't leave sufficient room to get out. Where would that fault go?
Without looking at it, I'm not sure.
Following distance.
Okay, right, yeah.
So my 2-second rule and my tyres and tarmac are all following distance. Can't see it again. So I did that about 3 times.
Yes.
2 or 3 times. Okay, anything else there? How is my signalling? Anything to report on signalling?
Very good point. There were times when you should have signalled and didn't, or your signalling was late, so it wasn't in time.
I confessed to one. I thought, I should have signalled.
I think there was 2 that you maybe one that where you didn't signal, and then one that you did confess. I didn't feel as if it was...
The one that I didn't signal, did I need to? Was anyone affected?
In my opinion, if it's the situation I think it was, it was a relatively busy route, so there were enough road users around that someone would have got information from the signal. I don't know what your thoughts were.
I did it a few times. Sometimes I said, I signalled late. Yes, I did. There was a car coming in from the roundabout. Other times I didn't signal on roundabouts or signal late because I didn't need to at that point. There were no other road users to benefit. So I would get away with it because if there's no one there, it's like moving off. If I move off from here and don't signal, but if you think, that pedestrian wanted to cross and she started to cross and she jumped back. She thought, I didn't realise you were going to move off. Now it's fault all day long. So so I wouldn't actually get any faults for like my directional signals. Any other signalling faults?
Linked to going straight across a mini roundabout rather than around it. I'm not sure if it's a serious fault or a minor.
So let's talk about my mini roundabouts. So what am I doing with my mini roundabouts?
You went straight across it, and I think the signals, whereas you don't need to signal on a mini roundabout.
I'm straddling the white dot, and I'm not going round it properly, I'm clipping it.
Yes.
And I did a right turn, I clipped that as well, didn't I?
Yes.
I cut corner cutting.
Of course,
where would that go?
Again, without looking, I'm not sure.
We've got junctions turning right, and then we got corner cut.
Right, I must remember my glasses.
So junctions, corner cutting.
Yeah. Right.
So I did that 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, if I cut that so badly that it's illegal, like going the wrong side of that paint, the white dot.
Yes.
This is going to be illegal. I didn't do that. And the corner cut, I did a slight corner cut on a T junction. Now, had a car been coming up there on a blind, there it goes, there escalates it to like serious, more to dangerous. So now, if there was someone coming up, it's like, whoa, made them brake, or made the examiner grab the wheel. Then that's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I went to that. I was on the
edge of
actually, that corner cut I did, I'd put that as serious.
Right. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
So when I turned into the junction.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the examiner has to weigh that about. It might be a minus. I know you cut the corner. Avoid doing that. Depends how heavy it is and how blind the junction is and the speed I did it at.
And if it caused anyone to alter speed or
then it becomes
direction.
Dangerous.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So a serious fault is potential danger.
Yes. Right.
Dangerous is actual danger.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So there was serious. But going back to signals, any other signal faults? You actually congratulated me on one of them. The BMW. What did you say about that? Before you said, that's a nice BMW.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, remind me.
I said, good. Should I flash him and let him through? And you said, yeah, good, well done.
Did I?
Should I have flashed him?
Did I? No, definitely not, no. No, and I didn't even realise that I congratulated you.
I did flash
him.
Well done for hanging back and planning and letting him through.
I think that's what I perhaps meant.
I get that.
But yeah. No,
and,
no, I didn't actually... I hadn't actually registered that you'd although I think you did say that you'd flashed him. I hadn't registered you'd done that.
Yeah, so I had.
Yeah,
I flashed him.
Yeah, no.
So
because the flash is only to make others aware of presence, isn't it?
that's it.
Is that right? Yeah.
So in terms of, if I give you the choices, so use like signalling, would that be marked in necessary, correct, or timed?
Do you mean you flashing him?
Yeah.
I would have thought not necessary.
Correct, because it's incorrect. So the fault would be marked as signalling correctly.
Right, I understand.
Is the fault.
I understand, yeah.
That is an incorrect use
Yes.
of my signal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I should not be using it for that reason.
Beckoning somebody on, yeah.
Yeah, and I also did that, didn't
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
I? I did it there so we can see.
No, yeah, sure.
So I was like, flash, come on. Come
right,
on.
yeah.
Beckoning them on. So it's very clear I was beckoning on another
Okay,
driver.
yeah.
And I shouldn't do that. And you know that. So
Presumably that's a minor, is it? In the scheme of things, yeah.
Now if I beckoned him on, a little kiddie thought it was for them, and he ran out and the BMW.
that would just be horrible, wouldn't it?
That was the way they nearly ran into each other, them two.
Yeah, right.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Right, okay. Makes sense.
Examiner might say, no, don't, because if he sees me doing that in that situation, Howard,
would he say something, would he? Right, yeah.
Well, if it means a little kid
sorry, of course,
then
in that
he
situation.
would now need to say something before I
course.
can even do it.
Of course.
So yeah.
Which would then be a dangerous
So
stage, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
If we're putting in someone's life at risk,
Yes, big time, yeah.
it's got to be dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, like I say, from a minor fault, it depends on who's there and what's happened at the time. We have to do like a little risk assessment and think, oh, that was really a bad idea to do that. Right. That was you might get away with that other times, but today you did not get away with that. That was really bad to do that. That's a bad habit to have. So, in summary then, what about moving off? How was that?
For me, there
wasn't the car park and on the...
Yeah, there definitely wasn't the clear two-phase mirror checks.
Well, I was checking limited. My mirrors, but what wasn't I doing? Did I do my 6-point check?
You didn't, no.
So I just mirrored and went...
There was no blind point check, there was no 6-point check, that's right. Which I think is what I mean in terms of, there was no two-phase, there was nothing, it was very...
Yeah, I've just checked mirrors and not done the second phase.
Yes.
It's just the all-round effects of observation. So I did that twice. So a couple of faults there.
Okay.
Moving off safely.
Yeah.
Not safe.
Right. Okay.
I went ahead at a roundabout near the Costa Coffee. What lane did I pick?
Ah, yes. I knew there was something else to mention. You didn't return to the default left lane. You kept in the right lane. Yeah. Which I'm guessing is a minor. Definitely a minor.
And where would that be, do you know?
Not without looking again, no. No, I need to get myself familiar with this.
So positioning, normal. I'll send you this. Cause
yes, that'd be helpful.
When you got your glasses, you read it.
That's it, and then I can reflect on the activity, link it with the video, although the video's not got the road on it.
Yeah, you can't see that.
No, that's fine.
So that's why I'm kind of trying to explain what we did. So we went down, we had the 2 lanes to go ahead. The left lane was clear. I could go ahead in the right lane.
Yeah.
It was marked as ahead and I went that way.
Yeah.
And I could have gone back and I should have gone back. So normal driving position fault.
Sure.
Then what about under the railway bridge?
Oh yes, another one that I'd forgotten. So much to remember. I felt
quite bad actually because I only drove for 15 minutes. It's going to take us about 45 minutes to discuss it all.
you
maybe
moved,
it's a bit too heavy on faults.
You moved out into the position of a vehicle with the relevant height restriction, whereas you didn't need to. They were broken white lines, and a car without the height restriction should keep that lane position. Yeah,
that's it. So normal driving position.
Yeah.
No fault.
Yeah.
Roundabout afterwards. What did I do on that one?
Can't remember that one.
Straight lined it.
Did you? Right, okay.
Another position.
Right, okay.
And we're there.
Yeah, okay.
And a fault for you, and you've already identified it, you did it on the move, is late directions.
Yes. Yes.
So now we can't.
That's right. Of
So
course.
would you instruct someone
Yeah.
from a left lane to turn right?
No, you wouldn't. No, you'd
That'd
just
be
get,
illegal, wouldn't it? That,
Yeah,
you'd
definitely.
make me do a serious fault if you said
Yeah.
that. If you say
Yeah.
that's why I said no.
Yeah.
Just what would you do? You need to,
Yeah.
because people do. They think,
Yeah.
oh my god, the route, we're off the planned route. Turn right. Well, what? So you want me to
In
do
the-
something that I shouldn't do then?
In the event, let's say if you were in that situation, then I was worried about what was happening with that learner driver car, so it took my eye off the ball in terms of you being in the wrong lane.
Yeah.
How would you have handled it in that situation? Because something
Intervene.
needed to have been said about the following.
What I would have
distance.
said
Yeah.
is, when I give you the direction, I give you 2 roundabouts because they're fairly close together. So I'd have said at the first roundabout, or before the first roundabout, Howard, we're approaching 2 roundabouts. At the first roundabout, I'd like you to turn right, and I'd like you to turn right the second roundabout too. Why have you said that to me? Why have they said that to me? So I can plan.
I see, of course.
So then I could exit the first roundabout in the right lane, stay in my lane to the next, and not have to worry about moving over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if an examiner says, right, okay, we've got 2 sets of traffic lights coming up. At the first set of traffic lights ahead, and at the second lights, I'd like to turn right. So in the first set, I'm right, all right, I better get over, I better get in the right lane, because I need to prepare for turning right. So that's always a good, indication of an examiner, or if 2 junctions are close together. Why are they saying that? So I can plan. He'll give me enough time to plan without me getting in the wrong lane. And then, oh, by the way, you got to turn right here. Now that's late instruction.
Of course.
Now there was time for you to instruct me, but because I drove closely,
my focus was on that. Yeah.
and that's fair enough. So now we're off track, and it's like, oh, what do we do? Well, we go ahead.
Yeah.
And we go around the block and go back.
Okay, sure, yeah.
It's fine.
Good to know that, okay.
Yeah, so that's good. So quite a lot happened in that little drive,
It did indeed, yeah,
That
it did
assessment
indeed.
drive.
And
So would I pass my test?
definitely not, no. Mega
Darn
fail.
it.
Mega
Darn
fail.
it. Darn it.
Mega fail. Are you ready for so I'd be telling you if you had your test booked next week to reschedule it, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, let's review that. So in that route, which was about 10 or 15 minutes, probably 10 minutes of driving, maybe 15, I had 3 serious faults. So no mirrors changing direction, or like a critical situation, following distance too close, and lack of observation at junction. They're just mysterious. Then onto the minors. Twice I moved off and didn't check a blind spot. So if I was asked to pull up 5 times, it would be 5 faults.
Which then turns into a serious, doesn't it? Yeah.
Bit of signalling issue. Incorrect use of signals, flashing people. Use of speeds, just crept over the speed limit. Following distance, like tyres and tarmac, 2-second rule not being followed. Cutting corners, turning right. And normal driving position. 3 faults.
Yeah. Now, in terms of you as the instructor, you've carried out that assessment. How would you break that down in terms of coming up with an action plan to address those? If that's not if you've got time to answer that question, of course.
So it'd be okay. Start with the headlines.
The majors, yeah, right.
Let's start right. Okay, so I'd be talking to my learner saying, there were good things in your drive. There's definitely a lot that we can build on, be encouraging.
Yeah.
But I do need to be honest with you. If you were to take your test, based on what I've seen, you wouldn't be successful rather than fail. You wouldn't be successful.
Okay. Yeah.
And the main observations I made today were
that lot. That lot. Yeah.
Observations at junctions. We come up near the Sainsbury's, lack of right observation. Did you realise that was a good way? No, not really. Okay. Yeah, so that could have been really dangerous. Yeah. Now, I've looked. The only reason I didn't stop you there is because it was clear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
On another day, I would have been stopping you there.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay. And then we turn left at the said traffic lights, cross the cycle lane, no left mirror change. What if there'd been a cycle there? Yeah, okay. And you're following this. I intervened for that. I told you to slow down. You upset that instructor. You got. Well, I don't know if we did. She might have just been talking.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't. It wasn't to a point where, and we were there very, very briefly.
Yeah.
I'd find it hard if they were reacting to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, hopefully it was. Just who it was, I back down and apologised to her. So yeah, there was intervention. So on the test sheet, ETA, do you know what that stands for? Apart from expected time of arrival, it's not that.
No, I can't remember. No.
Examiner took action.
Oh, examiner took action. So
And
I
you
wasn't on
took
the right lines.
V for verbal.
Right.
P for physical. So yeah, so so there would be the headlines, and then now look at the driver faults where the faults are high. So positioning, normal driving position.
Yeah.
Turning right, we need to work on that at mini roundabouts and at junctions because you're cutting corners.
Right, yeah.
God. Use of signals. Flashing that BMW could have had a different outcome on a different day. Could be potentially dangerous.
Yeah.
And we'd go through it like that. So then it's right. So now what we now, let's say that was a 15-minute assessment drive and you just debriefed. Now you've got a plan. So let's go back and do that again. And this time I'm going to be in helping you. So we will be looking to the right. We won't be cutting around, but I'll help you
and build on it.
And if there's a lot to do, you can't fix it all in the time you've got. You might have to. You'd split it out.
Yeah.
So deal with the biggest things, the priorities.
Right, and then work way.
Yeah. Safety first. Deal with the big things.
Yeah.
Work back.
That was really helpful.
And
I'll
save it so then I can send it to you.
Fantastic. Yeah. And I'll have a reasonable knowledge of what the faults were in terms of me.
Russell
reflecting on that
assessment.
Yeah, that was really useful.
Drive.
That was part 2 of 3.16, wasn't it? Yeah. That's good.
Save. I'll send that to you later.
Yeah. I think because of my current level of experience, the assessments that I've been doing, I've just been starting off from the basics and I'm building them up. But then perhaps that's the right way at this stage for me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if let's say an assessment's going on and you're now getting to loads of faults, pull time on it. Just think, I've seen enough. You don't want. You want a manageable list, and you think, do you know what? And if it's not safe, you'd put it in and say, right, do you know what? I've already seen enough things for us to be getting on with, so we can do
Let's go back, start on junctions, and then move on. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, what you won't want to do is drive me for 40 minutes like a mock test, and then hit me with. Imagine how long that list would be after 40 minutes.
And it'd be even harder to remember it all. No, absolutely, yeah.
So
I think
we could use the time effectively. After 15 minutes, you think, I've seen enough. We can get into training mode now. Assessment done. Okay. I've seen enough to work on to start making an impact, making a difference with this person's driving. Yeah. You're not, you're not having to save it all up and just crush them. No. You're just like, right, okay, we've got enough. The lesson can start. Now I know where you're at. There's some things, quick wins, some really easy things we can get you doing to get these faults down, but there's some really big stuff we need to do. Yeah. That's what you'd be doing.
My concern on a lesson with the people...
I'm just going to start driving back as we talk.
Of course, right? No, absolutely, definitely. My concern for my pupils, my learners that...
Can I interrupt you? I'm just going to tell GoPro to stop recording.
Yeah, of course, no worries.
But I've got to tell it. I've got to tell it twice, apparently. I don't know why. GoPro, stop recording.